Welcome back, I'm Tedward. I'm here at Boston Motorsports to drive the brand new Mercedes-Benz S580. Yeah, the W223 S-Class. This is the all-new, latest and greatest, and it has a lot of luxurious technology that I've never seen before in a luxury car, not even in a Mercedes. So first off, when we approach the car, you notice the new door handles. We open those, they pop out. You know, some of you are gonna say, it's like a Tesla Model S, but I think these are a little nicer. Inside, we're greeted with a beautiful wood interior and the new design language on the steering wheel, just incredible. We're gonna spend some time in the rear seats, but first, I just want you to appreciate the outrageous upholstery, the diamond leather, the pillows. Man, they have gone all out on the interior of this vehicle, and I love the design language of the HVAC system slats and all this stuff. Soft closed doors, of course. Now the design language on the 223 is not my favorite. I think they could have gone a little more extreme. It's very flat on all of the body panels, but here's the thing. Once you get inside, all is forgiven on the outside because this is unlike anything I have ever experienced. So here, check this out. If you want to lay flat, and by the way, at first I was annoyed by the traffic. Now I can actually appreciate it because we get a feel for how much quieter it is inside this cabin. So you want to relax in the back of your S-Class. It's no longer just about a little bit of reclining. Now we've got this. The front seat goes very far forward and rises up to make room for our feet. And guess what? That's no joke because now the entire seat I'm sitting in is reclining and we're going to get a footrest like a first class seat on an airplane. I have never experienced anything like this in an automobile before. I was just in the Maybach GLS 600 and it kind of had this, but not to this extent. This is some next level stuff. I am just so genuinely impressed with this car. And this doesn't even have all of the options. You can go way crazier. I mean, take a look at that. That is as good as it gets. Now, obviously, you've really only got room for one person to do this. You can't do that with a driver in the seat because they'd be through the windshield, but that's fine. You're going to be the passenger in your own beautiful machine. Got a little bit of storage space back here, and there is a small tablet that goes here. We don't have it in the vehicle right now. Another spot to wirelessly charge your phone. And just like a first class seat on an airplane, all we do is tap the button to tell it what to do. Everything goes right back to its place. Let's also appreciate the touchscreen infotainment center back here because this is absolutely no joke. I don't know that I've ever really seen a screen quite like this before where we can get to our navigation system, we can get to our audio, our volume controls, and because it's all touchscreen, it's very intuitive. We can even engage the ionization and the fragrance. Ambient lighting is abundant throughout the cabin. I would love to take this for a little ride at night, but today we're going to take it into the city. But first, let's also check out the massive storage you've got on your S-Class because, of course, this is the ultimate golfer's car. This is where we're going to put all you and your buddies' golf clubs to go out to the country club as you would, whether you're driving or being driven. The other thing that this vehicle has is a 10-degree rear steering system. I have never experienced anything like this. These rear wheels turn so significantly that it feels like you're drifting when you're turning. This is unlike any rear steering system I have ever felt. All right, let's take a quick look under the hood because our S580 is powered by a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 with 496 horsepower. It also has a 48-volt electric system, adding about 20 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque for more seamless transitions and starts. Now, just by the numbers, that tells me it's probably the same 48-volt system that's in the GLS 600. Not positive, but hey, if I'm going to make a guess, it sounds like it's shared. This all-wheel drive luxury beast will do 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds. Now, I don't know that we're going to be doing that quite today, but let's go take it for a little drive and experience what the current most outrageous generation of luxury feels like. Even the seatbelt buckles have ambient lighting, so you can see the red outline down here. That's fantastic. Foot on the brake, we've got our engine start-stop button. Silently jumps to life. Although we do have a bit of a rumble. I am not unaware that there's a beautiful V8 in front of me. Let's get it in drive. And I want to show you this turning radius right off the bat. In the mirror, can you see that wheel turning? It's incredible. And it really does just feel like the tail end is stepping out on you. I've never felt rear steer quite like this. We've had rear steer in a lot of cars for a long time, but this is new. Let's put it in Sport Plus mode. Get out on the open road. I am just staggered at how luxurious this feels right now. Although I do need to move this mirror. Luckily, all the controls are super intuitive. I don't have to go hunting for things. I go nuts in new cars sometimes when I'm trying to find stuff and I can't find them because they're too technologically advanced. Well, sometimes you don't want technologically advanced when you just want to use the button. Doing an incredible job of somehow being outrageously plush and luxurious, but also really dialed in. Like, I could toss this around and have no problems. Right off the line, this thing moves. I'm not even going wide open. I'm trying to be nice to it. All right, so let's dial this back. Comfort mode. These are some ugly Boston roads. Storrow Drive, not exactly an ideal test ground for a car, unless you're trying to find out, can the suspension cope with imperfections? And that's exactly what this is doing, and it's doing it very, very well. It's incredible how responsive this engine is, too. I think that 48-volt system's doing its job, adding torque when needed. I love the way the steering wheel feels in the hand. It's wrapped in wood, and I've got leather on the inside of it. It's sporty, it's responsive, the steering loads up incredibly well. Mercedes-Benz is dialing these cars in to feel really confident. I am shocked. Sometimes you get into luxury cars, especially you get into like an old Bentley or a Rolls Royce. I know, maybe that's not the most relatable thing in the world to everybody. But while yes, they're soft and plush, they're also a little floaty and distant. They feel like you're hanging on for dear life on occasion. What's incredible is being able to get into a car with even higher levels of comfort and performance and feeling like you're as dialed in as getting into a Porsche 911. Like you can just chuck it into a corner, know exactly where it's going to be at all times, and save it. I mean, you could really thrash this to the edge of its life and you'd be just fine. Let's not be left lane hogs. We'll come over here, make sure all the BU students see me and my exuberant luxury. But that's the thing, is you're not going to be seen in this car. It's an S-Class. It's not designed to be a showy, flashy thing. It's subtle luxury. It's subtle wealth. Ah, yes. And here comes the infamous Boston traffic. So let's find our way across the bridge and enjoy a little stroll back the other way through Cambridge. So look at this. In the center display, it's showing me a forward-facing camera with graphics telling me where to go. This is fantastic. And I've still got my map below and in front of me, so there's no questions about where I need to be. Look at this. You can bang U-turns anywhere. I don't believe that was legal.
Now turn left onto Cambridge Street and then take the right-hand lane.
but it doesn't even matter because this thing is so tight. Oh my God, you can do anything in this car.
Please follow the first lane on the right.
Wow, this is incredibly comfortable. I am blown away. And we've got a great view of the city. This is good stuff, guys. Good stuff.
Now turn slight right onto Route 3 North.
All right, we're going to turn her off in a second. How do I stop navigation? Hey, Mercedes, stop navigation. Stop navigation.
Route guidance canceled.
All right, well, that's that. All I had to do was tell her. To open this up, get a little sunlight in here. I don't know if it's the 9-speed gearbox or the ferociousness of this engine or the 48-volt electric assist, but all of it comes together in a way that gives me immediate response on throttle. I mean, yes, you still have to wait for a downshift. It's not going to be as immediate as jumping into the throttle on a Tesla or any other EV, but man, oh man, the S-Class has gotten so good. And there is the complete opposite of luxury right there. The Polaris Slingshot. I'll never quite understand the popularity of the Polaris Slingshot, although I haven't driven one, so, you know, who am I to critique that? The auto start stop, because of the 48-volt system, is so seamless. You almost don't notice that it's even started the engine. You're just off. I usually hate auto start stop systems because they're so obnoxious and they're so, they're not refined. This is perfect. This is as good as an integration as you can get. Just blown away at how agile this is. It's got the athleticism of like a Panamera, but the comfort of a Cullinan? Like, what is going on? I don't understand. There's just a lot to be impressed with here. I am staggered. I am so shocked how much I'm enjoying driving this car, how much of a step up this is from the previous generation. So, thank you guys so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Don't forget to respect the drive. And of course, thank you to Boston Motorsports here in Brighton, Massachusetts, for tossing me the keys to this brand new, I mean, this is hard to get a hold of, S-Class, this S580. And of course, to the Patreon supporters for your generous contributions to the channel and the podcast. It really helps keep the wheels greased and moving along. So thank you again for that. I'll see you in the next one. I want to try to give you a peek at the rear wheels when it's steering. So I'm going to go full lock. Check this out. Look at that. Look at how insanely tight this is. That's wild.
One day we up, one day we down, one day we up, one day we down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. One day we up, down, one day we up, one day we down, one day we up, down, one day we up.